Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Friday evening, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with the weather. Sunny, chilly day was today. Not too bad outside for the cold, chilly day. Better than yesterday. As you know, yesterday the wind was brutal. Not too bad of a wind, so that is good. With your weather video, let's go to meteorologist Eric Wigslaw with that.
Save on last-minute gifts with Target Holiday Deals. Save on Samsung TVs. Save on toys. Save on sweaters for the family and more. Doors open until 10 p.m. Christmas Eve, only at Target.
Thanks for clicking on WMUR.com. I'm meteorologist Eric Weglars. It's been a nice start to the day, a lot of sunshine, and that will continue as we go through the afternoon. High pressure is sinking over the eastern portions of the Great Lakes at this time. So that will actually crest overhead in our region tonight. So it will be bright and cold this afternoon, and then the sunshine is expected to continue as we go through the weekend. But the note will be we get warmer gradually each day going forward here. So a nice change compared to a bit of a chill we've had in the air the last couple of days. So as we go through tonight, hour by hour here, temperatures will fall into the low 20s as we head towards sunset tonight. Winds will gradually lessen up or lighten up as we go into early tomorrow morning. So the chill will not be a factor by first thing in the morning. And the sun continues. A few clouds may mix into the afternoon tomorrow, but the sun will be more the rule as opposed to the exception. And notice temperatures very similar to what we see tomorrow, too. Then the warm-up comes on Sunday. We're talking about a fairly decent warm-up into the 40s after a bit of a cloudy start for most early Sunday morning. So for this afternoon, temperatures will top out in the middle and upper 20s for most outside of the upper valley and the Great North Woods. And then for tonight, those spots that are cooler will actually be the coldest by tomorrow morning. 4 below Whitefield, 6 above in Concord. So either side of 0 will be the general rule here for most of New Hampshire for tomorrow morning's lows. The 7-day forecast, again, notice the jump in temperature the next couple of days. We go from the 30s on Saturday to the middle 40s both Sunday and again on Monday before a gradual cool down for Christmas Day and beyond. It should be dry on Christmas itself, but the day after, a weak system will pass directly over the region, so we may get a round of light snow, especially during the morning and early afternoon hours. Temperatures fall back to near freezing by Thursday.
Okay, and there you go on that weather video from meteorologist Eric Wigslaw. And now let's take a look at your traffic this evening and see how your evening traffic is shaping up this Friday evening. And here's a look at your evening traffic this evening. As you can see, not too bad of our evening ride this evening on the roadways. We're seeing some green spots and a little yellow spots and red spots as well. Let's start in Henniker area. You're seeing some smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Hopkinton, smooth sailing. Bow, Pembroke, Concord, smooth sailing with some medium, slow, and stop traffic. And we got delays of 5 minutes and delays increasing on I-93 northbound between I-93 Everett Turnpike and exit 14 New Hampshire 9 Loudon Road. Average speed 25 miles per hour. And delays of 3 minutes and delays easing on I-93 northbound between exit 14 New Hampshire 9 Loudon Road and exit 16 Portsmouth Street. Average speed 20 miles per hour. In Chichester, you're seeing some smooth sailing with some medium and slow-paced traffic. Epsom as well. Also in Northwood, medium and slow-paced traffic with some smooth sailing. Lee, some medium-paced traffic with smooth sailing. Durham, some medium-paced traffic with smooth sailing. Rochester smooth sailing, Somersworth smooth sailing, Dover smooth sailing, Portsmouth smooth sailing, Portsmouth into Maine smooth sailing, Rye smooth sailing, Northampton smooth sailing, Hampton smooth sailing, Seabrook smooth sailing into the border of Massachusetts. 101 all smooth sailing on 101 with little spots of medium pace traffic. Hooksett, Manchester, you're seeing some traffic issues with some smooth sailing. Bedford, medium pace traffic. Amherst, medium pace traffic. Milford, some traffic issues. Delays of 2 minutes on Route 101A, westbound between New Hampshire 101A and New Hampshire 101. Average speed is 15 miles per hour. And delays of 8 minutes, and delays increasing on Route 101A eastbound between New Hampshire Route 101A, Elm Street, and New Hampshire 101. Average speed 10 miles per hour. And then by the Manchester Airport, some delays up there. In Merrimack, some medium pace traffic with stop traffic with traffic issues all the way into the border of Massachusetts. Nashua between Milford, slow going, medium pace traffic with some traffic issues. Manchester, Londonderry, Windham, Salem into the border of Massachusetts, some medium and slow pace traffic spots with some smooth sailing and some traffic issues, as you can see. And that is a look at your evening traffic map this evening. And now let's get to your news. First up, new law allows restraining orders to be filed on behalf of children. Woman launches an effort to pass bill after daughter assaulted. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
With a stroke of the pen, Governor New signs Jades Law into effect Friday morning. Named after the daughter of Alonda, it gives parents the right to request a restraining order on behalf of their children. The result of the family's nearly 3-year battle to get the law passed.
Very happy that we were able to make things better for other people, and that no other mother would have to feel the same aggravation that I felt.
It all started after Alonda learned her daughter was sexually assaulted by a relative. She shared the information with Canaan police, and the relative was arrested. But she worried about the day he would be released, so she tried to file a restraining order for her daughter, but was told that could not happen.
It was really frustrating and scary.
So she took that frustration to Concord, and with the support from her local representative and Bikers Against Child Abuse, Jades Law was formed and eventually passed.
She's been a real fighter for this, and it's been a lot of meeting with people, a lot of talking it out and making sure that we got every I dotted and T crossed.
Other parents will have this tool available to help them when they're having problems like this family had.
And again, this law officially goes into effect as of today. Reporting at the State House, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Judge tosses some evidence in DUI trial of Merrimack County Sheriff. Prosecutors say Hilliard tested more than 3 times legal blood alcohol limit. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Tonight, a judge is considering the case against Merrimack County Sheriff Scott Hilliard, who was on trial today for DUI after police say he drove drunk last summer. The trial happened in Nashua to avoid conflict in Merrimack County, where Hilliard is still acting as sheriff. WMUR's Jessica Moran is live outside the court there. Jess.
Well, a large portion of the day was really spent arguing whether or not police should have sought an arrest warrant, and a judge ruled in favor of the defense, saying it was an unlawful arrest because police didn't at least try to get that arrest warrant. So now that means all of the evidence acquired after the arrest, that will be dismissed. Scott Hilliard was arrested back in August in Tilton at a 99 restaurant after a concerned driver called police about a car swerving in the road. Police say when they got to the restaurant parking lot, they saw the car and Mr. Hilliard walking towards the car with takeout food in his hand. The defense argued police should have sought an arrest warrant because they didn't actually see Mr. Hilliard drive the car. Police spoke about the possibility of the blood metabolizing during that time to get the warrant and the difficulty to get one from a justice of the peace after business hours. They also said Mr. Hilliard's eyes were glossy and bloodshot, his speech was slurred, and he was swaying and they could smell alcohol on him. Also that they found an alcoholic beverage in the center console and that a breathalyzer showed his blood alcohol content to be .216, well over the legal limit.
Nobody even tried to determine how feasible it was to get a warrant. They didn't call a judge. They didn't call a justice of the peace. They didn't call dispatch to get a list.
The public policy that this is creating is that any time that a sober party is available to come pick up a drunk driver, that should be that person should be let go or detained, or some set of facts should occur that is not supported by the New Hampshire case law.
And now the trial is scheduled to continue on January 14th. In Nashua, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Gabbard says she was making statement on partisanship in present impeachment vote. Democrat presidential candidate was only House member to not vote yes or no. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Adam Sexton.
Tonight, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard is defending her impeachment vote. The Hawaii Congresswoman is the only presidential candidate who was eligible to vote on impeachment last night. She's also the only member of the House who did not vote yes or no. Instead, she voted present. She told News 9 political director Adam Sexton she was making a statement.
My vote, my present vote, was not passive. It was an active protest against this terrible outcome of the zero-sum mindset that the two opposing parties have trapped our country in.
Gabbard said she believes President Trump is guilty of wrongdoing, but also believes removing a president should not be a partisan process.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at that U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Friday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you for this Friday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the red and went down. Oil closed in the red and went down. U.S. 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed in the red and went down. And VIX closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 jumps to another record as rally stretches to 4 weeks. Stocks rose and made fresh record highs on Friday to end a week that saw solid gains as geopolitical risk abate toward the end of a blockbuster 2019. Trump reacts to impeachment, scratching new op-ed calls for his removal. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
now from our chief White House correspondent, John Carl. We just heard Mary say that the president is mad as hell. They were a bit surprised there at the White House by this move from Speaker Pelosi.
No doubt about that, George. The president's been asking his aides what Pelosi is up to, trying to figure out what the strategy is, what is happening next. But as you heard Mary mention, Mitch McConnell, the Republican leader, has been saying he didn't want a trial in the first place. He'd be fine not to have one. That is not the message here at the White House. As the president himself tweeted last night, I want an immediate trial. The president wants a Senate trial because he knows that barring some seismic event, he will prevail. The Democrats will fall far short of removing him from office, and he will point to that as vindication. That's why he actually wants this trial.
He wants the trial, but does he really want witnesses?
No, he does not. Well, you know, he's been all over the map publicly, but the White House position is that they do not want any White House staffers testifying.
In the meantime, John, we also saw overnight the evangelical magazine Christianity Today coming out with an editorial saying the president should be removed from office.
Yeah, this is interesting. This was the publication founded by Billy Graham, the late evangelical leader. And in the editorial, they write, unsavory dealings and immoral acts by the president and those close to him have rendered this administration morally unable to lead. They want him removed from office. Now, Billy Graham's son, Franklin Graham, has reacted to this by saying that his father, who died last year, would be embarrassed by this editorial, and he says that his dad voted for Donald Trump. George.
John Carl, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephan.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all enjoyed watching this Friday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone, and bye.